It's the first time Samsung has ever advertised their mid-range or upper mid-range phones, but today we'll be looking at something even lower than that. We'll be looking at phones under $100 and which one is the best for your buck. We will start off with the Huawei Y5P. Quite a long name and quite hard to pronounce, but this phone comes at about $110, but if you look hard enough you can find one just under $100. Best thing about this phone is that it's available in almost every country in the world. So you're buying into Huawei's MUI 10.1 software, a 3200 mAh battery, nothing to brag about. You get 32 gigs of storage and SD card support up to 512 gigs, which is really handy if the storage is this low. However, the screen here, there's reports of it flickering after using it for a long period of time, and it also lacks some Google services which kinda suck, especially if you are heavily reliant on Google. The next phone we are talking about is the Doogee X95. Well, this phone is priced at a very affordable $75, but if you look hard enough on eBay, you can find some brand new for $65. And what you're getting that is almost a steal. In fact, I purchased one. It's coming in soon. I'll do a review on it soon. But anyway, it features a 6.5-inch display, which is one of the largest out here. It has Android 10, which is really good. It's the latest software as of now, as the time of recording. It is very affordable and also packs a 4350 mAh battery, 4350 if you didn't catch that, which is gonna last through about, I'm sure, 2 days because it doesn't have much to power, which brings to the main drawback of this phone. It is not a powerful phone. Its MediaTek processor is not gonna really keep up to most of the heavier tasks, but we're not gonna complain here. But I'm gonna complain about the two fake cameras. So they make it seem like there's triple camera. You know, most phones have triple camera in the flagship range, but they are actually good cameras. Two of these are gimmicky depth sensors. Next we have the Redmi 8A, which is a weird phone actually. It comes in about $90 and you're getting a Corning Gorilla Glass 5, which is one of the strongest and toughest glass out there, and it's coming into some flagships from 2018 and 2018. So getting 2018 and 2019 flagship materials is something really rare to see in this price section. I think for this phone the key features are about durability standpoint, which translates to longevity, because these also have water repellent coating, which can be handy, especially if you are going to be near a pool or pass it to a kid. The cameras are serviceable here. It's actually good. The single camera is non-gimmicky and it actually produces some quite decent photos. The 5000 mAh battery is enough to power through the whole day with a lot of extra, considering the chipset is okay, nothing to be bragging about, but also nothing to really complain, especially when you're gonna pay for this price. Lastly, this phone also has a 6.5-inch display just like the Doogee, but this one has more pixels. However, the microphone and the teeny speaker of this is really something to leave a lot to be desired. But considering the price, and I think this is looked more on the durability standpoint, this is perfectly fine for the $90 you're gonna be paying for. Next on the list we have the Redmi 9A, which is a tier above the Redmi 8A I've just talked about. In common, they have the same 6.5-inch LCD display, and they also have the same 5000 mAh battery, which is able to last more than a day. And the key differences between the 8A and the 9A is that, which of course will be supported 9A for longer than the 8A, the latest, but it loses the Corning Gorilla Glass 5, which is kind of a pity given that the price is $20 more. And the chipset is still a MediaTek chipset. It's the MediaTek G95, which performs about the same or on par as the 8A. And reports on the front camera, although it's improved, but there's reports on it breaking down. Like you just get a pop-up that it says that it stopped working. So yeah, that's quite a bummer, but you can just double tap and close it and restart it again. So yeah, I don't think this is as good value as the 8A, but if you are looking for longer software support or a slightly better front camera that still might not work, this is the phone to go for. And now the best phone under $100 in late 2020 in my opinion is the Alcatel One S. So why the Alcatel One S? there are just too many reasons why you should love the Alcatel One S. Firstly is the price. For $99, or you look hard enough, you can find for $80, you're getting a real piece of kit here. Let's start off with design. So there's nothing too fancy here, but it also doesn't look shabby. It's not overly attractive, but it's elegant. It has 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage, up to 256 gigs of expandable storage. It's dual SIM like most of the phone, but it has Android 10. And best part is it's clean and it doesn't have too much bloatware, unlike the Xiaomi or the Huawei, which comes with a whole load of apps that you're never gonna touch. It has an ultra-wide camera, not the best ultra-wide, but at least it's there. It has Bluetooth 5.0, more reliable Bluetooth connection. However, this phone is not global and you can't find it in most countries. But if you do find this is one of the best phones you can get for $80. Lastly, let's compare every strength and weakness of each phone. The Huawei Y5P is a good phone, especially with the SD cards expansion up to 512 gigs, but it lacks some Google services and not a brilliant screen, so not a good phone for the price. It's not the best you can get. The Redmi 8A is a very durable phone considering the price, but its front camera kinda lack. The Redmi 9A, improved version of the Redmi 8A, but it's not as durable. The 9A also has a bad chipset if you're gonna pay the extra. Doogee X95 is the most affordable phone over here, but it's better off if you're gonna pay some extra and get the Alcatel instead. Which brings us to the Alcatel A1, the best value phone in the entire section, but it's not global. That's the only caveat for the Alcatel. These phones are not like those gimmicky wish phones, or it's not the ultra cheap higher phones which deserve its own video. Anyway, this wraps up the video. Do you have any questions? Just leave it down in the comment. With that being said, thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one.